CD back. Call Kilowatt Delta 4 Sierra Hotel KD4SH, over.
Roger, Sierra Hotel, and what's the name there?
Roger, Sierra Hotel, and what's the name there? Name is John, located in Powell, Tennessee.
Roger, John, and what radio are you running today, sir?
Roger, John, and what radio are you running today, sir? I'm running a FLEX, and stand by a second. My tuner just jumped out of whack. Hold on.
There's a man with a wacky tuner.
There's a man with a wacky tuner. Okay. That might have helped a little bit. I think it probably did. I'm running a FLEX 8400, and I just got a control head for it, the Maestro, and I'm trying to get it kind of dialed in a little bit. A lot of new controls trying to learn over.
Oh, roger that, roger that. Well, we still, our tune-up is generic. I'm not sure, does that radio, what is the transmit bandwidth, the TBW? Will that go to 100 to 2900?
Will that go to 100 to 2900? No, it's right now it's setting at 100 to 3100, so it's 3 kc's bandwidth, over.
Yes, sir. Well, I usually suggest 100 to 2900, and that gives you just a slice of daylight before you're into somebody else's conversation. So we do 100 to 2900, and that gives you just that slice of daylight, Roger?
900, and that gives you just that slice of daylight, Roger? Yeah, Roger. I cut it back to 2900. That's one of the controls I could find easy, over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, it's the good neighborly policy that otherwise, somebody might come looking for you because, well, I don't know, but 2900 is a safe bet, and that gives you just that slice of daylight before, running into somebody else's conversation. And once we're past the TBW, transmit bandwidth, we're into that compressor processor, and we're only looking for a third of that capability, like 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, just a third, just a touch of compression processing, just barely, Roger?
Just a touch of compression processing, just barely, Roger? Yeah, Roger. Well, I'm sitting here looking at the meter, and it's showing a negative 10, which isn't pushing this radio into the what they call the caution area or into the red. So it's not too bad. But the compressor is on in the normal position.
Yes, sir. That's the one we want. The normal mode there, and then into your ALC meter. And as you say the word audio, I spent a great deal of time trying to find just the right word to say to set a level and become a human test tone generator and to set a level. And I found the word to be audio, just the first part of that word. And as you're saying that word and adjusting your mic, internal mic control and looking at your ALC meter, and we want that meter. I know yours is a little different there. But we're saying 7 or 2/3 on the ALC meter, Roger.
2/3 on the ALC meter, Roger. Well, the band took a big fade. No, it's hard to hear. I think it's about dropped out on us. So.
Roger. Well, let's see here. I'm pushing all I can there. We're on the dipole antenna on the right at the Louisville site. We're on the Indiana side, but right from Louisville, we always transmit on our dipole antenna. but we're receiving around the country to help communications along with folks that have antenna problems and don't get out too well, or do get out but just don't have the right conditions a lot of times. Right now I'm listening on my Kentucky antenna, which is up around Cincinnati. It's on the Kentucky side of the Ohio, right at Cincinnati, Roger?
Cincinnati, it's on the Kentucky side of the Ohio, right at Cincinnati, Roger? Okay. Well, I'm using a Hustler ground-mounted vertical, a 5 BBT vertical, and after looking at the band scoping, there's very few signals on the air. Everything there is weak, so whatever's happened, we may have had some type of solar thing going on where it's had a solar flare or whatever that's causing the band to be all messed up. But anyway, I did turn the audio down a little bit and the bandwidth, so we'll let it go for that for there right now, and I'll try to get some of the local guys here to help me with when I adjust the equalizer on the radio. But I'm using an INRAD mic.
John, I was copying you on my Kentucky SDR. I tried to go over to my 7300, and I just did not have much of a copy at all, but I was copying you fairly well on my Kentucky SDR, enough that I could see, I've got a VU meter tied to the audio. One of the things I have tied to the audio out of my 7300, so I can see your modulation index by the way the meter hangs. Without processing, usually a meter is considered to be audio to be a 10 dB affair from without processing, and then as you process along and fatten it up, we're looking for a 3 dB fat signal, and right at the 3 dB point, as I'm looking at my VU meter, it just kind of hangs there just a little bit, and it tells me that your audio is in that 80 to 85% average peak modulation, Roger.
That 80 to 85% average peak modulation, Roger. Okay. Well, that sounds great. By the way, your signal come up quite a bit. You were up to an F9. I did put my headphones on. I had to fumble around and get those. The headphone jack in the Flex, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's in the back of the radio. So you leave your headphones hooked in and you turn them on and off. It's the control. So I had to figure out how to get that on there pretty quick. But anyway, well, that sounds pretty good. I don't guess you'd want to go much more than that as far as modulation. 85 to 90% would be max, probably. That way we won't have any distortion or anything like that. So no spurs going out from the transmitter over.
Oh, Roger. Now that's average peak modulation. You're going to have some, higher levels, but the average is 80 to 85% for a 3 dB dynamic range signal. So, and like I said, I'm looking at your audio on a VU meter, which lets me see how fat you are by the way the meter hangs. I'm also looking at it on a spectrum analyzer, although I'm on a SDR, so looking at the spectrum, it's somewhat restricted on the bottom side. SDRs usually roll out there about 300, 250, somewhere in there. I was trying to get you down to my 7300, which is good down to 100 cycles or better. On a house system that I listen to that has a subwoofer, so I'm good on the bottom end from that down to about 50 hertz or so cycles, whichever part of the world you're in. I guess I'm lost up on the kilocycle range. Hertz sounds strange to me. millicycle range. Hertz sounds strange to me.
Yeah, Roger. Okay. Well, I think the main thing I guess I need to do, I appreciate that, all the help you've given me, but I need to get one of the local guys because they've got a much better signal, and we'll work a lot of adjustments to do on this radio. And my old East Tennessee accent probably doesn't help a whole lot either. So that's probably where we're at. By the way, I've been a ham now almost 50 years, been around a while, but I like to play with the new stuff over.
Roger, I think I lost the last part of your transmission. What was the last three words you said there? I think I lost the last part of your transmission. What was the last three words you said there?
Play with the new stuff, I guess the new technology over.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Constantly bewildered by the capabilities that money buys. I mean, I had this thing, I'm running a homebrew electret condenser microphone into an ART preamp, which furnishes the phantom voltage for the electret mic, and I was having some problems with it, and I was working with it, and I knew I had some backups, but I just didn't have them at my fingertips, and so I started looking at the thing on Amazon Prime, and man, what I used to buy for $60 is now $250, Roger. What I used to buy for $60 is now $250, Roger.
I didn't copy much of that at all, a little bit. You had a backup of what?
Oh, just saying, my mic preamp was acting a little strange, so I knew I had some backups, but I just didn't have them in front of me, so I thought I might check Amazon Prime to see what they had available, and the same thing that I paid $60 for is now $250, Roger. I paid $60 for is now $250, Roger.
Okay, Roger. Well, I appreciate all the information that you've given me and the help, and I'm going to go ahead and get off a little bit and maybe go upstairs, see if I can't find some coffee in the kitchen a little bit. So anyway, let me say 7-3, and thank you for the help, and you have a good rest of the day. This is KD4SH.
Roger, John, and if you want to hear that radio, we are recording and have been since our QSO started, but we started before that at 3:30, and we upload it to YouTube by noon tomorrow. So if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording, and like I say, I'll have it uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow. So it's KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook on a YouTube search. Roger? VKV, followed by the word logbook on a YouTube search. Roger?
Could you give me that address again to get to the audio? It took a little fade in there, over.
Yes, sir. Go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook. Again, Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook, will take you to this recording, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. You to this recording, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I copied Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo Victor, and the word logbook. Go to YouTube and search on that, and maybe by tomorrow you'll have the recording up there, and I'll be able to listen to myself, over.
Roger. I'll have it up there by noon tomorrow. Roger. Roger. I'll have it up there by noon tomorrow. Roger.
Roger. Well, I appreciate that. And you have a great rest of the day. This is KD4SH.
Roger, John. I think your audio curve is just perfect. I can hear it clean enough. I would consider that perfect. It's got a lot of articulation, not a lot of bottom end, but you know what they say, if you venture forth with a lot of bottom, if you have a well-balanced signal with a lot of bottom and a lot of top, and go out into the world and Mother Nature decides to bend your transmission in two different places when it coincides back on Earth, it's slightly out of phase, and phase angle cancellation always starts from the top and works its way down through the audio spectrum. So the first thing Mother Nature does is just whap all your beautiful top end off, and you're left there with a bunch of bottom end garbage. So anyway, I think your signal is just perfect. 73, John.
I think your signal is just perfect. 73, John. 73. Have a good day. KD4SH clear.
Roger, roger. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.